What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another Scooby-Doo review. Obviously, what else would I be reviewing right now? And today we're going to be reviewing Scooby-Doo Scooby-Doo Mask of the Blue Falcon. I almost fell over. So, little backstory. This is my introduction to the character of Blue Falcon. Now that I've never seen the character before, I saw this movie a while back. And this was my introduction to the character, but I have seen the character before in my old cartoons and didn't really know anything of it. And I saw clips and stuff, from other stuff and things like that. But this is like my full-on introduction, I guess, to Blue Falcon, I guess. And what I want to point out, so this movie starts out, well, I'll get that in a minute. The plot of this movie is Scooby and Shaggy want to go to this convention, and because the original actor, because the sub about Blue Falcon, they're fans of Blue Falcon, and they go there, and then there's a villain who winds up, the villain from the actual TV show Blue Falcon, and that's pretty cool, and that's what I'm going to go with the plot. One thing I want to point out before we get to the talking about the full-on movie, is that the fact at the beginning of the movie they have a good monster, like they always have that. A lot of the times Scooby movies have that start-off monster. It's not the thing of the movie, but it was a minotaur. I think that's what it was called, and that could have been a whole movie on its own. I think a minotaur Scooby-Doo monster movie would have been good. I think I like that idea. I don't know if any of the movies have done that. I don't think so. That probably has been done in the TV series though, but I don't know. But one thing I want to point out first off, this is filled with Hanna-Barbera references and even a few just DC references. I think there was a couple in the background. I might have been missing things, but there was a whole bunch of Hanna-Barbera references. I saw some the Flintstones, the Jetsons. I think I saw did I say Huckleberry Hound? I might have. I don't remember. I think I did. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of references to other Hanna-Barbera properties, which is pretty cool. But the fact is, it also makes it seem like in the world of Scooby-Doo at this moment, not with Scoob and all that, but in this universe where this movie takes place. This makes it seem like every other Hanna-Barbera property is fiction and Scooby-Doo is real. So I found that kind of funny. But I did like the concept of the movie. The actual actor, Owen Wilson, or who's not the name character is in this, and he's voiced by Adam West, and he's the one. I'm pretty sure he's the one who voiced Blue Falcon back in the original cartoon. And it was pretty cool to see Blue Falcon in this because Adam West in this, because like when I think Adam West and superhero, I think Batman, like old school Batman, and I think that's kind of cool that I don't know, that's what Scooby and Shaggy are a lot of fun in this one. They actually kind of take on the investigation themselves, and there's a nice little twist at the end of the movie as well. There's a lot of with geek culture. There's even a few references to some previous Scooby-Doo movies. Literally, there's a vampire cameo in that walks past. It's the dudes that was in the movie Music of the Vampire, which I thought was pretty cool. That was and there was a bunch of other references that I didn't have time to point out, but the mystery is pretty decent. Not much in the comedy department. But like if you're into geek culture and like you go to conventions and stuff, I feel like this movie probably captures that pretty well. I've never been to a convention, so I can't really say anything on that. But from what I know about conventions, this probably captured as much. Throughout the movie, Daphne is trying to collect these toys that she's a fan of, and reminds me of stuff about me trying to collect things and trying to get my hands on certain things. I thought that was really cool and kind of funny. I had a lot of fun with that. Fred wasn't annoying this go around, unlike in Big Top Scooby-Doo. Velma was kind of... I do like that Velma points out that this is geek stuff and not nerd, and because a lot of people think that nerd and geek is the same thing, and it's not! But even if but the thing is about that is, this movie is fun, and I think it deserves a full-on 4. Like, not gonna lie, I had a good bit of fun of this one. And this is kind of a Scooby-Doo crossover that makes sense, unlike some that will show up later. Like, even though it's like, still like these are fiction and they're not actually how they are in their universe and their shows, I still think it's kind of cool. And there's kind of some jokes in here about reboots, because the whole thing is like, oh, Blue Falcon, gritty reboot of Blue Falcon coming out, and like, Shaggy and Scooby are not happy about that, neither is the actual original actor of the Blue Falcon. And I thought it was really funny how that is like, and literally there's the director of the movie is like, she's talking about, who needs story when you got explosions? And the movie title she mentions is just like, they're poking fun at Transformers and Michael Bay. Like, I don't care, they were poking fun at Transformers and Michael Bay. Like, you can't tell me they weren't. That's what they were doing. They were poking fun at Michael Bay and Transformers, and I thought it was really funny. Well, clever. Well, not really funny. I thought it was really clever. And the fact that, thing is, well, not really, the show is talking about reboots and remakes that aren't good, and that goes appreciate the original and all that. But Scooby-Doo is a franchise that has been rebooted multiple times. And some better, some for worse. And I just found that a little bit funny. But yeah, I had a good bit of fun with this movie. Like, it was fun. I'm not big on a bunch of the other Hanna-Barbera cartoons, but seeing a bunch of references of ones that I didn't really watch but I recognized was still a lot of fun, and getting the comic references and stuff like geek references and Comic-Con references and stuff like that was really cool, and I had a lot of fun with that. And I feel like if you're a Blue Falcon fan and you watch the old cartoon, you probably would enjoy this as well for that. Because I guarantee you a lot of kids did not know who Blue Falcon was going into this. A lot of kids will probably know who Blue Falcon is a lot more now because of Scooby, but we'll get to Scooby when I get there. After this, I do believe I have 17 movies left to review. But this is a lot of fun. I cannot lie about how much fun I have with this one. There wasn't no jokes that made me out loud laugh. I don't even remember chuckling through really any of it. There was a few scenes where I was like, eh. The mystery was something that I wasn't really trying to figure out, since I had seen it before, but I didn't remember the fact that it did something that it did. I didn't remember from what I saw, so I was like, when I was thinking, I remember that's what happens. But then I was like, wait, why is he acting that way? And it's a really interesting twist in the end, but not one you can't see coming. But then there's some pointless backstory that's thrown in there that we didn't need, but I'm not going to, it's not that big a deal, because most of the movie you're just having a bunch of fun. And the movie even ends with them making a sequel to the gritty reboot, where the new Blue Falcon, the old Blue Falcon shows up, and Scooby-Doo's in it too, and it's really cool. And I feel like I might mention this movie again when I review Scooby. I probably will. And I just had a good bit of fun with this. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's not one that you would think would be exciting, but it is pretty enjoyable. And I had quite a blast with this one, I won't lie. Now, I have seen worse. I've seen better as well, but this is definitely up there with some of the others. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, when I go and do my top 12 and tier list, Don't take my ratings into account because I'll probably forget what ratings I gave each of these, and I'm not going to go back and rewatch every review just to really see. But next up is, oh no, I think the puppet one is next. Wish me luck with that one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.